Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Manswell, and I am the author of Listen In, Crucial Conversations on Race in the Workplace. I get a lot of questions around the notion of race and should we talk about it in the workplace? And if we do, how do we do that to keep people whole? So I thought about, let me just make a video to talk a little bit about this particular topic, and especially since I have just seen the movie Hidden Figures. What an extraordinary movie, as well as an incredible story about race in the workplace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a passage specifically from Listen In that talks about this, and then I'll relate it to Hidden Figures and some of the related messages. Racial conversations in the workplace can be perceived as dangerous and uncomfortable, but ignoring the impact of racial and ethnic differences on employees and customers can make an organization seem out of touch and cause it to miss potential problems and opportunities. When race dialogues are planned and well facilitated, they help employees gain a better understanding of each other's perspective and experiences with racial issues within and outside the workplace. These conversations can break down barriers posed by implicit bias and stereotypes. They can lift morale, increase comfort among employees, and enhance team effectiveness. Barriers to the success of employees of color are often uncovered in these settings, and when addressed, can improve their performance, retention, and advancement. Furthermore, being able to talk about race in the workplace helps increase employees' comfort and their ability to interact with diverse customers and clients in more innovative, sensitive, and respectful ways. And the company's willingness to engage in these conversations demonstrates its commitment to the value of fairness and equality. This demonstration also strengthens the company's reputation in the larger community, ultimately making space for valuable employees and community members to talk about the important issue of race in terms of the company's responsibility as a good corporate citizen and to help eradicate racism and its negative impact on the society in which it operates. Now, all of that to say that when we address race and when we are able to talk openly about issues related to race, we solve problems that we've been sitting with for a long time. In the movie Hidden Figures, what I enjoyed the most was that we were watching a story about race in the workplace, but we were watching real people, and we got a sense of what these issues meant to them as individuals, to their families, and we got a chance to see what happens beyond the policy. Specifically, I especially love the fact that there's no training in Hidden Figures. Nobody was sent to do an all-day training. There was simply action around the leader taking a stand and saying, we either will get there together or we won't get there at all. And in this case, they were putting a man on the moon. In most workplaces, we're not going about the business of putting a man on the moon, but the work that we do is just as important. And I love that line. We get there together or we won't get there at all. If you have a chance, I highly recommend every leader should go and see the movie Hidden Figures and think about the fact that although the movie and the story take place in the 1960s, remember, we're only under 60 years removed from the time period of that movie. So think about some of the impact that that time period continues to have in our workplaces, and think about some of the parallels to today's workplace, where you're seeing some of the similar issues, maybe not as pervasive, maybe not as overt, but you have some similar issues that are operating in the workplace. So again, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's going to be an iconic film that has an impact on generations to come. So I strongly recommend that you take some time to watch Hidden Figures and to see what are some of the parallels for today's workplace, and use the movie as another opportunity to continue the conversation on race in the workplace. I'm Allison Manswell, and thank you for joining me.